meaning of commerce. Now all of you have taken up commerce in class 11, right? But do you know the actual meaning of commerce? What is commerce? We all say we belong from a commerce background, you belong from a science background, but what is commerce actually? Commerce refers to all those activities which help in the distribution of goods or services from the producer to the consumers. Understood? What do we mean by commerce? Commerce are actually all those activities which help in the distribution of goods or services from the producers to the ultimate consumers. Because the goods are produced at one place, right? And the consumers are scattered here and there all over the country, all over the world. So how can we make them reach those products, reach those goods or reach those services? It is by this help of commerce. Okay? Let's see what's written here. Commerce refers to all those activities concerned with transfer of goods and services from producers to consumers. So here is the producer, here is the consumer. The goods and services will be transferred. So the activities which help in the transfer, that is called as commerce. There will be no use of producing these goods or services if it is not reached to the final customers. So it is very important for us to make certain activities, to carry out certain activities, so that we can make these goods, we can make these services anyhow reach the consumers. And who help us in that? The commerce helps us in that. Okay, commerce is actually called as the backbone of the industry. Without commerce, how will the industry operate? The industry will keep on producing goods and services, but how to make it reach the customers? There comes the importance of commerce. Okay, now with this we'll continue our discussion to the topic for function or role of commerce. Okay, first we understood what is commerce. Now what is the role of commerce? Why is it important? Now as I was saying you that if the industries keep on producing goods on and on and on, and it does not reach the customers, then there will be of no use. Okay, so this commerce segment of business is very important, because to make the goods reach the ultimate customer, there we require the help of commerce. Now in front of you, you can see a chart. See what's written: removal of, then certain hindrances. What are hindrances? Hindrances means obstacles, or you can, in simple words, you can say problems. So in business, there are certain problems. Problems of person, problem of place, hindrance of time, hindrance of risk, hindrance of finance, and hindrance of information. So we need to remove these problems, then only the business can operate in a proper way. So who will help to remove these hindrances or these problems? It is the commerce which will help. And how it will help? See, for the first one, that is for hindrance of person, trade will help to remove the hindrance of person. Transportation will help in removal of hindrance of place. Warehousing will help in the removal of hindrance of time, so and so on. We will be reading this in the upcoming topics. So just understand what is this diagram all about, so that you get an idea of the topic that we are going to learn. Okay, main thing over here is that commerce helps to remove various kinds of hindrances or various kinds of problem that happen to a business. Okay, now see, removal of hindrance of person. Now the first, we'll take up point one by one and then we'll understand the meaning. First one was hindrance of person. Now understand how commerce helps in removing the hindrance of person. See, one group is called as the producer who produces the goods. Another group is called as the consumers who purchases those goods, right? Is there any direct link between the producers and the consumers? Always? No. I can be a consumer sitting in India and I can purchase a product from Japan. So my producer is sitting in Japan and I am the consumer here in India. So do we have a direct link, direct contact with each other? No. Then think that how will the goods reach me? How will be the goods reaching from Japan to a consumer who is sitting in India? It is through what? It is through trade. Okay? That means as there is no direct relationship between the producers and the consumers, the trade segment of commerce helps to create a link between the producers and the consumers. Through trade, what we can do? There can happen proper buying and selling of goods and services. We can have export, we can have import if we are outside the country. If it is inside the country, we can have buying and selling as per the wholesale trade or retail trade, isn't it? So what is the first point? The first problem was how to remove the hindrance of person, that the persons do not have direct contact with each other. Now how to build up a link between them, how to remove this problem. So this problem with the help of commerce is removed by trade. Understood? Let's see what's written here. Removing the hindrance of person by making goods available to consumers from producers through trade. So trade is the thing which acts as a link between the producer and the consumer, and then there can be proper buying and selling. Okay? Now, the second hindrance. Let's see what is the second hindrance in front of us. Person we have done. Now the second one is hindrance of place. Okay, so understand this, that when we produce any goods, so the goods are produced at one place and the consumers are scattered all around the different corners, right? Let's take the example of tea or coffee in our country. Basically, tea is produced in Assam, Darjeeling, isn't it? And where are the tea drinkers available? All over the country. So there is a gap between the producers and the consumers. Now how to build this gap? Place, gap of place, that the producers are at a different place and the consumers are at a different place. How to build the gap? This gap can be built through transportation. Okay, the transport segment of commerce helps in removing the place gap. Understood? Always remember one thing, the place of production is not same as that of the place of consumption. It is different. Where we consume our products, it's not necessary that all the products are manufactured there itself. It can be at a different place. So how to manage that? It is done through the transportation segment or the transport segment. Okay? Let's see what's written here. The transportation removes the hindrance of place by moving goods from the place of production to the market. Market means you can call it also as the place of consumption for sale. Understood? Okay. Now the third hindrance. What is the third hindrance? The third hindrance is hindrance of time. Right? Now understand hindrance of time. Some goods are produced in a particular season only. But what about the demand? The demand is throughout the year. Isn't it? For example, wheat, or you can say rice. You know na, wheat and rice, they are produced during a particular season only. But is it that its demand is also for a particular season? No. We demand for wheat and rice throughout the year. So there is a difference in time. There is a time gap between the production and consumption. So how to keep the goods safe, how to keep the goods fresh during this time gap? It is through the warehousing segment of commerce. Okay, what is warehousing? Warehousing is actually the kinds of godowns or storehouses where the goods can be kept safely till they are demanded in the market. That means during the season, the goods are produced and kept in the godowns. As and when throughout the year the demands keep on coming, the goods are moved from the warehouse or the storehouse and sold in the markets. Simple as that. Okay, let's check what's written here. The storage and warehousing activity removes the hindrance of time. How? By stocking the goods to be sold as and when required. Clear? Very easy. Now the next hindrance is the hindrance of risk. Whenever a business operates, it faces a lots of risk. Risk or fear of fire, flood, theft, isn't it? There can be theft in the business, there can be occurrence of fire, there can be short circuit, so many types of risk comes up, right? So how to remove this problem of risk? It is through the function of insurance. Through insurance, what happens? Insurance helps in removing the hindrance of risk and provides protection plus compensation to the person who has taken the insurance. Okay, let's see. Insurance removes the hindrance of risk. Risk of what? Risk of theft, risk of fire, or any kind of accidents. Clear? Next hindrance, it is the hindrance of finance, or you can also say it to be hindrance of exchange. Okay, now what is in hindrance of exchange? Remember the example I gave you. I am a consumer in India and suppose I purchase a good from Japan. Okay, now how will I make the payment to my seller? First problem is that there is difference in the currency. The currencies are different. Okay, and how will I reach them? How will I make payment to him? So who will help me over here? I will be helped by the banking and finance facility. That means the banks will help me to make payment or to collect payment. It becomes very easy for the businessman to send money from one place or to receive money from its customers. Okay? Moreover, these banks also help in providing foreign currencies. If I need to make payment to my seller in Japan, I can make payment very easily. So, whenever there is a problem of finance, if the business faces a problem of finance, who will help me? The banking segment of commerce will help me to remove this hindrance or to remove this problem. Right? Let's have a look. The banking removes the hindrance of finance by providing funds to the businessmen for acquiring assets, purchasing raw materials and meeting other expenses. Okay? And the last hindrance is hindrance of information. What is hindrance of information? See, in last lecture we were discussing about the false claims made by the advertisers. Remember, under social objectives we read that sometimes there are some unfair trade practices followed by the producers and they make certain false claims in the advertisement. So, we the general people, how do we get information about any new product? It is through the advertisement only, as there is no direct communication between the producer and the consumer. So, if there is no proper information regarding the product or regarding any new goods coming up in the market, how will we be aware of that? We need to have information. So, who will help me? I will be helped by the advertisement segment of commerce. The advertisement segment of commerce helps in removing the problem of knowledge that is not gained by the consumers. How? It will spread awareness about the new products and their utility. Suppose any new product is being launched in the market. So how is the product? What is the price? What are its uses? What are its features? How will we come to know? It is through this advertisement feature who will help me to understand and get all those information. Okay. Next is information. Hindrance of information removed by advertisement. How? Informing consumers about the goods and services available in the market. So these were the 6 problems that a business faces, and how these problems or these hindrances are removed by commerce, it is mentioned over